All right, let us look at this question. They are saying given that y is equals to 64 x to the power 6 divided by 25, where x is greater than 0. Okay, express each of the following in terms of k. Okay, and then x to the power n, where k and n are constants. Okay, so we've been given the value of y here, and then we want to express what we have here in terms of k, x to the power n, where this k and this n are just constants. Okay, so the first one here, we have that y is equals to y is raised to the power minus 1 over 2. Okay, so we've been taught the value of y here, so we just have to replace there. But before we can replace, okay, from the laws of indices, we know that if a is raised to the power minus 1, that there is the same as 1 over a raised to the power 1, like that. Okay, or let me put it in general. So if I have b, which is raised to the power minus a, that would be the same as 1 divided by b to the power a. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to say y to the power minus 1 over 2 is the same as 1 divided by, okay, y to the power 1 over 2. So this is what I have, and then from there I'm going to have 1 divided by, okay, I'm going to replace now. Okay, where there's y, I'm going to replace with the value that they gave me there. So the y is 64 x to the power 2 divided by 25, and all this is raised to power what? Half. So we know that if I have a number a raised to power half, this here is the same as the square root of a. Okay, so power half is the same as the square root, guys. Okay, so we are going to say this is the same as 1 divided by the square root, okay, of 64 x to the power 6 divided by what? 25. So this here will be the same as 1 divided by, we know we can distribute this square root to the 64x to the power 6 and to the 5, to the 25, I mean. So it will be square root of 64 x to the power 6 divided by square root of what? 25. Alright, so from there, what are we going to have? I'm going to say equals to 1 divided by, okay, on top there I can distribute the root. Okay, it will be root of 64 multiplied by root of what? X to the power 6. So I can do all this by the laws of SAT. I taught you guys the laws of SAT, and then divided by, okay, the root of 25. Alright, so this is going to be equals to 1 divided by, what is the root of 64? Okay, so root of 64 is simply 8. So I'm going to write 8 there. So root of 64 is 8. What about the root of x to the power 6? Okay, so we know that x to the power 6 is the same as x to the power 3 and then to the power 2. Okay, so that x to the power 6, I'm going to write it as the square root of x to the power 3 and then to the power 2. So meaning this root and these two will cancel, so I'm just going to remain with x to the power 3. So there I'll just write x to the power 3 divided by, what is the square root of 25? Square root of 25 is just 5. Okay, and then since I have division here, okay, it will just be equals to 1 multiplied by 5 over 8 to the power 3. So this is going to be equals to 5 divided by 8x to the power 3, and that will be our final answer. So this one here will be our final answer. Alright, so we've solved the first one. Let us look at the second one. Okay, let us look at the second one. Okay, so the second one, we've been given 25 y, and then all this is raised to the power 2 over what? 3. So what are we going to do with this? Okay, what are we going to do with this? We can first of all replace. Okay, where there's y we replace with 64x to the power 6 over 25. So we are going to say 25 multiplied by 64x to the power 26 divided by 25. Okay, and then all this here is raised to power 2 over what? 3. Alright, so we see that from here this 25 and this 25 is going to cancel, so we are remaining with 64x to the power 6 divided by 1, and then all this raised to the power 2 over 3. Okay, so if something, guys, if something is raised to the power any number over 3, that is the same as the cube root. So for example, let's say b raised to power 1 over 3. This here is the same as the cube root of what? B. So if I have b to the power 2 over 3, this here will be the same as cube root of b, okay, and then I square it like that. Okay, so the number that is on top there becomes a power, and then the number that is below there becomes the root. So here we are not showing the 1 because it's just 1, so you can say this is to the power 1. So if we had the b and then 4 to the power 3, this here would be the same as cube root of b and then raised to power what? 4. So we're going to use this property here. Okay, so we're going to say this here is the same as the cube root, okay, of 64x to the power 6, okay, and then we are going to square it since we have a 2 on top. Okay, the one that is in the denominator becomes the root. Okay, so here by the laws of surd we can separate this cube root here. So inside there we're going to say cube root of 64, okay, multiplied by the cube root of x to the power 6, and then we have that square outside. Alright, and then from there what are we going to get? Okay, from there what are we going to get? We're going to get, what is the cube root of 64? Is it 4? Yes. Okay, so the cube root of 64 is 4. So where there's 64 there, I'm going to write 4 multiplied by, what is the cube root of x to the power 6? Okay, so that x to the power 6, we can write it like this. It can be x to the power 2 and then to the power 3, and then we have a cube root here. So it means this 3 and this power 3 is going to cancel, so we're just going to remain with what? X squared. So it will be x squared, okay, and then we have that square outside there, so I'm going to put it there. Alright, so this here will be 4 multiplied by x squared and then to the power 2. Okay, so that will be, this 2 will go to the 4. Okay, so what is 4 squared? So 4 multiplied by 4 is going to give me 16. Okay, and then this 2 goes to the power 2, so 2 multiplied by 2 is going to give me x to the power 4. So this one here is our answer. Okay, and that's all for this video. Please like, subscribe and share my video. Okay, for those who need extra lessons, we are offering extra lessons. You can register with us. Okay, so just contact the number in the description here, okay, and you'll be able to register with us and learn with us.